Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be talking all about UPTAs and my experience with the cattle call audition. So I tried to film a whole bunch of clips while I was at the audition because I thought that a vlog style video might make this a little bit more helpful. I'm going to be answering some questions that I know I would have had about a cattle call audition. And yeah, trying to be as informative as possible. So in this specific video, I'm going to be talking about UPTAs, which is the United Professional Theater Auditions. Now these auditions take place in Memphis every single year. They actually just happened, so they happen usually in early February. And it's a huge audition where a bunch of companies come and they watch you, and then you're able to get callbacks from those companies to kind of answer some questions that you might have about UPTAs to begin with. Basically, in order to get accepted, you have to go through a pre-screen process. So basically what this means is that I had to film a video back in September of myself singing a song and doing a monologue. And you send that to UPTAs, they watch the video, and they decide whether or not they think that you are up to quality. And then from there, basically, you'll hear if you have gotten an audition slot or not. And I forget specifically when I heard back, but I heard back a few months later. I want to say by December I knew, so that way I was able to schedule everything that I needed to schedule. It's a 4-day festival that happens in February, like I said, so it'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The way that they split UPTAs up is pre-professional and professional. So pre-professional would be someone who is not equity, who has not worked with an UPTA theater before, or is still in college. So throughout this video, I'm going to insert clips of the vlogs that I took during the festival because I think it'll be a cool way to see and kind of help you visualize what going to an audition festival looks like. But so we left on Sunday afternoon. My mom and I, she comes with me when we go. She loves to come with me. We flew out and we flew to Memphis, Tennessee. We took an Uber from the airport to the hotel where the festival took place. We checked into the hotel, we got to our rooms probably around midnight, and then I had to be up the next morning at 5:30 to get ready for the audition. So basically the way each audition day starts is there's a meeting at 8 o'clock, and this meeting is going over all the information that you're going to need to know for the day. So I would always recommend to attend those meetings even if you do have a later audition time. This meeting is super helpful. So the way that UPTAs works is there is a hotel where all of the callbacks and everything are, and then there's a playhouse. It's called Playhouse on the Square. It's in downtown Memphis. A shuttle takes you over to the playhouse, and the playhouse was where this meeting was. So at 8 o'clock, I got up. I got all ready for the day. I grabbed all my bags and I took the shuttle over to the Playhouse on the Square. And we sat in the main auditorium, and the gentleman who was running the festival basically told us everything we would need to know. It was super helpful. The meeting was super informative. And then I actually got pulled up on stage. They pull a number out of a hat to come up and win a bunch of cute little Elvis things. So I actually came up on stage and I won a bunch of prizes. So that was kind of funny and really silly. And then what they do is they take the first 25 numbers of the day. So I happened to be, I think, the 8th number of the day. So they have you all stand in a room, and basically it works like this throughout the entire day. They'll call you in groups of 25. So we stood in a back room while they got all of us in order, and if there was anyone missing, they would fill in different numbers in those slots. And then you go from that holding room to a different holding room where they'll start to get everybody set up for the audition. So basically there are a whole bunch of chairs where you sit, and then there's like 3 chairs against the wall, and if you're in those chairs you're more on deck. So basically if you are if your number is like 6 away from going, you'll sit in the on deck chair. And then how it'll work is basically after every person goes, you move closer and closer to the stage. So there will be a chair backstage, and then there's a chair right off stage left, and then there's a chair right next to the accompanist. You speak with the accompanist and you talk to them about your tempo and the song that you're singing. And then when it is your turn, you step up onto the stage, you go out to the X, you slate. So for UPTAs, it is your name and your number. You do your materials, you say thank you, your name and your number, and then you turn off and you walk off left. And then basically you have another hour where it is up to you just to kill some time. Hello everyone, I just finished my UPTA audition. It is about 9:47 in the morning, Tennessee time. So I'm just waiting outside of the theater, waiting for the shuttle bus to come and take me back to the hotel. I think the audition went well. It really wasn't that stressful, but I'll talk more about the actual process and everything later. But yeah, it's a great day here in Memphis and things are going well, so I'll keep you updated throughout the day. So from this point on, you will kind of wait about an hour and you'll meet them back at the hotel. There's a big ballroom that actually has every theater that is in attendance on the wall. Their like names are on a piece of paper, and eventually a lady will come in with all of the callback sheets and she'll post them under every single theater, and then she'll say all of the lists are up and you're welcome to come in. And then you come in and you look at all of the theater names and you look and see if your name or your number was called back, and you write that down on just a piece of paper so that you can kind of get everything organized. You want to look and make sure that you have the hotel number correct, and different things like that, so you don't go to the wrong room. And then basically from there on, the rest of the festival is up to you. So if you have a lot of callbacks, it is up to you to go up to their hotel room door, sign your name up for a slot, and make sure that you give yourself enough time so that you're not running around like a crazy person. You know, you want to give yourself a good amount of time to get from room to room. If you want to split it up by, okay, well, everyone who has a callback for me on the 6th floor, I'll do their callbacks right now. And you kind of just schedule your day. So I was very lucky to have a lot of chunks of time in between my callbacks. So I kind of came back to the room and prepared for the next one. All right, hello. So we are now back in the hotel room. I just got a chance to look at all of my callbacks, and I put them down on a piece of paper, and I just finished scheduling all of the things that I would need to schedule for today in terms of the callbacks. So now we have a little bit of a break before I have to start going to those, and then I will be going to the dance call later tonight. So right now I'm just hanging out in our hotel room with this beautiful view of Memphis. One thing that is helpful is that the companies do include this packet, so if you have any questions about any of their theaters, you could kind of go through and figure out any of the things that you might want to know. With UPTAs, it is very nice because they give you a form ahead of time that kind of, if a theater is looking for something very unique, they will let you know that in advance so that there's no question about what you might have to prepare. And you go to the room and you basically kind of let them tell you what they're looking for. So some people might just be looking to sit you down and talk to you and pick your brain on some ideas. Some theaters are looking for you to present the same material that you just presented downstairs up for them in that room, and then they'll go from there. One of the companies that I went to had a bunch of songs on a table, and I was to pick 2 of those songs and sing them, and they got recorded for that company. So every callback is going to be different. I will insert a clip here of what the hallway looks like, so you can kind of picture what a hotel room hallway were to look like. Alrighty, so in terms of my UPTA outfit, outfit of the day, I have my traditional hair and makeup for auditions. If you are interested in seeing how to do either of these, I actually have a video on it, so I'll link that below if you're interested. But in terms of a dress, I'm just wearing this dress from Target. It looks kind of like this, and it's kind of like a billowy dress that has a tie in the back. I thought that'd be nice. And I have my audition badge, and then for shoes, I'm just wearing these tan booties. I thought it completed the look nicely, so this is what I have been wearing. I had 1 callback so far today, and I think it went really well. So right now I'm kind of just taking it hour by hour. We're kind of just figuring out what's going on and how to plan for the rest of the night. Some of the things we're not going to know about until after the dance call tonight. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have so far in terms of information, but I'll keep you updated as we go along with the night. Alrighty, hello. So it is just about to be 5 o'clock and I'm finally in my dance clothes. The dance call is just about to start. We're going to actually head down and get a cup of coffee before we get started, just to kind of wake myself back up a little bit. But I have my dance outfit on here. This has the best lighting, so I don't want to leave this room, but I have this black leotard and this maroon dance skirt, and then I just have a pair of black tights on. So I'm going to bring over my Laduca character heels and my character tap shoes. So yes, so we are excited for the rest of the night ahead of us. I have 1 more callback for sure after the dance call, and then 1 place that I want to go over and drop off my headshot and resume. And then the rest we will just have to see what happens
after the dance call. So yes, I'm looking forward to the rest of tonight, and let's go finish out UPTA's strong.
So yeah, that's basically what you do. Around 5, 6 o'clock will be the dance call. So there's going to be a huge ballroom, and you have to go and make sure that you're checked in, and you're going to decide if you're going to do the mover call, the jazz and ballet call, or the tap call. You're allowed to do up to 2, but you can learn all 3 if you would like to. So I decided to just learn the mover call and the tap call. They teach them very quickly, and for those dance calls, you will only go if somebody has given you a specific callback for dance. So the way it'll work is on the callback sheets, it'll say callback, dance call, or resume kept. So basically what that means is they want you to come for callback. That means they want you to come back to their room and do actual callback material. For dance call, that means they just want you to come to the dance call, and then afterwards they might decide to give you additional callbacks from there. And resume kept just means that after your audition, they were interested in you enough to pull your resume out of the pile. And they actually recommend at the festival that if you got a resume kept, you go up to their specific hotel room and you drop off your headshot and resume in person, just to make that in-person connection and make it a little bit more informal. But so I got a few checks to go to the dance call. So I went and I learned my combinations and I practiced in the hallway, and then you go in and you do them in groups of 6. We'll put up another round of callbacks. So these are going to be on a different color. So these is going to be on like a green piece of paper, and some theaters will do callbacks based on the way you performed at the dance call. Some won't. So I just went back to the room and I looked and saw if any additional theaters gave me callbacks. I did have one, so I went back to their room and I signed myself up for a callback time. And basically that's kind of how UPTA's works. It is a very fun time of a lot of auditions. I want to say for UPTA's there was up to like 80 companies that were there, but it's a great way to meet a lot of companies very quickly. And yeah, I think that every actor, if big musical theater auditions or what you're interested in, should go to at least like one big cattle call audition festival. And there's a whole bunch, so I think it's worth it. I think if that's what you're looking for, it's a great opportunity. But I hope that this video was helpful. I know that there are a lot of questions when it comes to big cattle call auditions, because if you're not from an area where maybe cattle call auditions are very popular, then maybe you'll have some more questions. But I've been to several. I've been to SETCs, I've now been to UPTAs, and I've been to Straw Hat. So I have been to a few. Hopefully that you found this audition helpful. Please, if you have any additional things that you think would be helpful, feel free to leave them in the comments box below. Feel free to subscribe if you like the information that is on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!